Hello, hello, how y'all doing tonight? All right. Before I start the speech, can we just give a big round of applause for the beautiful couple you see all day? So as Rebecca said, my name is Karen, and I'm a friend with Brian and the group, but Brian first, and I'm used to it. Jenny and I went to UW Fox Valley together on Midway Road in Menasha when it was still UW Fox Valley. I know it was like renamed or something, but we're not going to talk about that right now. And she was actually my Spanish tutor. I don't know if you guys know this, but Jenny is very, very smart. So when I was walking to my first tutoring session, I was scared, I was nervous, I was intimidated, because I was like, what if she's mad at me? What if she yells at me for like messing it up, you know? But if you know Jenny, did she yell at me? Good answer. Because literally, Jenny's like one of the kindest people I've ever met. And Jenny is kindness, kindness is Jenny. And kindness permeates every action that she performs and every word that she speaks. So, that's one thing that we love about you, Jenny. So, one other thing about Jenny is that she's also a really great party maker, and she has been really good about getting our Spanish club people together every year for a little Spanish luncheon. And that's really hard to do with your adult friendships, because how many of you can say that you see your friends from your youth at least once a year, right? So Jenny has been able to make that happen. So fast forward to a few months ago is when I first met her man, Michael. And I was really excited because I'm like, my friend has found someone she's loved. And I was a little nervous to meet him, but within 5 minutes of meeting him, he felt like someone that I had known forever. And he was just really, really great, really kind, and I felt like I was seen and heard with him, and that is pretty great. And I got to work on him with a little project, and he worked on it really hard, really diligently, and I can see that Michael is a man of action. And he might not always tell Jenny that he loves her, but I can see that the way that he acts toward her, that he loves her with his whole heart. So, if you will, please raise your glass with me to the bride and groom. We wish you all the love. Cheers. You're welcome. Cheers. Love you guys. Thank you. Thank you.
Hi. Everybody hear me? Sounds like it. Andy, you going? All right. Hi. I'm Dan Orwell. And no, it is not Orwell, George Orwell, the author of 1984. I get that sometimes because my last name is almost spelled like his. 1984 is a good book. Mike and I went to the Joe Kubert School of Cartoon and Graphic Art in 2005. And I cannot believe I have known this guy for 19 years now. The art school that Mike and I went to was tough. Lost my space for a minute, sorry. We had to pull a lot of all-nighters to get the work done. But Mike was always there with me in the same studio space in student housing, and he kept me going with that sense of humor he has. That is how me and Mike became friends. Mike worked hard at it and was very studious, more so than me. During second year at the Kubert School, we had to learn to use Photoshop to digitally color comic book pages. Mike was always good with technology and still is. I was struggling with Photoshop at the time, and Mike would help me with it. After the Kubert School, Mike and I stayed in touch. We remained good friends and still are. One day, Mike calls me up, tells me that this girl named Jennifer served him coffee at Starbucks and gave him her number. So I have that right? That's what I remember. He sounded very happy about that, and I was happy for him. In 2019, Mike and I meet up in New York. He introduces me to Jenny. Shortly after, the three of us went to a pizza place. Mike leaves to use the restroom for a minute. Jenny goes out of her way to get to know me because I am one of Mike's best friends. The first thing she asked me was what it was like to go to art school with Mike, and I told her just how hard that school was. This is how Jenny and I began to get to know each other. I am glad that Mike met Jenny and that Jenny met Mike. I look forward to seeing them both enjoy a lifetime of happiness and love together. Thank you.
Bear with me, I wrote this morning. So for those of you that don't know me, I'm Mike's slightly older brother and the best man. I first met Mike when I was 1.5. He was kind of cute then. I couldn't pronounce Michael, instead I called him Mijo, which the rest of my siblings adapted eventually. Like most brothers growing up, we would be friends, then fight, then be friends again several times a day. We had a family friend in South Carolina, Mrs. Hammett. She would tell us, someday you'll travel hundreds of miles just to see each other. Well, she was wrong. Mike lives barely a mile from me, so she really exaggerated that. She was right in this, though. As we aged, we became closer and closer, and now we've traveled hundreds of miles together, and more recently with Michael's beautiful bride, Jenny. I never really liked any of Mike's exes. Mike would always say he's never getting married, but when I met Jennifer, I thought, wow, this is one that's different and in a good way. Very different. As I've gotten to know Jennifer, I found her to be very thoughtful, caring, loyal, and perfect for my favorite little brother. Last year with our dad, we all took a road trip down to South Carolina so we could attend our nephew Anthony's wedding. The trip went very smoothly, but I could tell something was off with Mike. He wasn't his normal self. He seemed on edge. Maybe it was because all of us were together 20 hours in a truck. Maybe he didn't get enough sleep. I couldn't put my finger on it. After the wedding, we all went to Myrtle Beach to meet up with my eldest brother Patrick's family. Mike again was snippy. Something about a bag. I can't really remember what it was. Little did I know Mike was executing his plan. Dad and I woke up the next day to find out Mike and Jenny were engaged. So the guy that was never getting married was now engaged. How did this happen? Did you get him drunk first, Jenny? Obviously, I'm kidding. This is a testament to how much Jennifer means to my brother Mike, and I couldn't ask for a better sister-in-law. Together, you two are the perfect balance. Kind, fun, supportive, and above all, truly in love. Oh, and really, really cute together. Today, we're all lucky to be a part of this incredible next chapter in your lives. My wish for you both is that your days will be filled with laughter, your challenges faced together, and your love growing stronger with every passing year. Let's raise our glasses to the happy couple. Here's to love, laughter, and a lifetime of happiness. Cheers.